fabulous concert here, and we very much enjoyed playing for you this evening. But the next piece, which is brilliantly apt, it's a fabulous piece called Forged in Fire. And it was composed by six-time Emmy Award-winning composer Mark Waters and arranged by one of America's most successful orchestrators, Ira Hershing, having written for Hollywood films like Toy Story, Rush Hour, Scorpion King. But more importantly, this piece was written as a tribute to the fire service rescue teams who risked their lives, similar to earlier today, talking about NATO. So to take you through the finale, starting with Forged in Fire, please welcome back the Director of Music, Major Benno Whelan.
Before we get into the music, I just want to invite David Adams from the Trust to come up and say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. This is an evening of anniversaries, and I was handed a piece of paper just before it came on there, and it's Mrs. Margaret and Mitchell Brooks. It's their 60th wedding anniversary today, so congratulations. Another anniversary that can't go unrecognised is this year is the 30th anniversary of the Court of Army Music, of which the Band of the Royal Regiment is part of. So, well done. And just before it came on, I was told there was a woman who was supposed to be coming here tonight, but she couldn't manage because she's 111. Then I realised I'd read it wrong, she was ill. So I'd like to, if you look at your programmes, everybody's got a programme in front of them. If you look at the back page of your programme, there's a number in the top right hand corner. So that is your raffle number, and the winning programme for that raffle is number 135. So if you've got programme number 135, after the concert, please go to the foyer and there's a bottle of champagne for you. Now, for those of you who have bought raffle tickets, we're about to draw the raffle, and the chief will draw the first ticket, which is for an Alexa Echo Studio smart speaker. And the number is the beige colour, the brown 215. Well done. The next prize is a Ring video doorbell, and that is the beige brown colour 181. Next prize is a bottle of Jura malt whisky. And that is orange 221. Somebody's going to be up the whisky tonight. The next is Hague Clubman whisky. And that is the beige brown colour 205. Next for Glenmorangie single malt. Yellow 281. And a bottle of Johnny Walker Red Label is yellow 294. And finally, Bushmills whisky, a bottle of Bushmills whisky, and that is the beige brown colour 179. So after the concert, if you go to the table in the foyer, you can pick up the prizes there. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to the Chief Officer of the Scottish... Oh, just one, sorry, before we go. We'll be talking about James Braidwood tonight and the legacy that James Braidwood has left the fire service. We have in the audience tonight Diana Hamilton-Jones. who is James Braidwood's great-great-great-granddaughter, and she's in the audience tonight. So now pass over to the Chief Officer of the Scottish Fire Rescue Service, Ross Haggard.
Thanks very much, Dave. Provost, ladies and gentlemen, and I see there's some children here, so boys and girls as well. As Dave said, I'm Ross Haggard and I'm the Chief Officer of the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, and it's a great privilege for me to be here tonight at this gala charity concert for two great causes, the Scottish Fire Brigade's Heritage Trust and also the Soldiers Charity as well. And it's also a great privilege for me to be in a position to be able to thank everybody responsible for tonight's entertainment. And I think you would agree it's very fitting for me to start with the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland who have entertained us through that tonight. Clearly it takes a great deal of talent, leadership and practice to witness what we've seen tonight, and no egos on display whatsoever. I'd also like to thank Dave and the team at the Heritage Trust, first of all for organising tonight's event and tonight's entertainment, but also for all they do to preserve the very rich history of firefighting within Scotland. And as we've already said, particularly this year, we're commemorating 200 years since the creation of the first municipal fire service in Edinburgh in 1894 by James Braidwood. So thanks very much to Dave and his team for all that you do for us. I'd also like to thank all of the staff here at the Beacon Arts Centre. I think you'll all agree that this is a fitting venue for tonight's concert, and thanks for all your efforts this evening and everything to prepare for tonight. And finally, I would like to thank you all for coming here tonight, making it such a great evening and raising money for two great causes. And I'd like to wish you all a very safe journey home. Thank you.
now going to finish in a traditional way with our regimental marches, but I just have just one last shout out to someone. There's a chap in there, a very charismatic chap in Bill Webster, who used to serve as a musician in the British Army, and he's come along this evening. And it's lovely to see one of our fellow brethren here this evening, so thank you very much. It's his first time back singing an army band since he left the military. So I hope finishing on our regimental marches brings some back to you as well.